I'm not the problem, I'm the solution. This comes from a comment in one of the Rosey Life course and community members, and I love the success story that she just posted. And she talked about how she hears that song Anti-Hero, and she said the words didn't sit right with her for good reason, and she just said, wait, she said, if I'm not the problem, she says, that means I'm the solution. And she said it just clicked inside of her. And she went on to share her success stories about what happened ever since she changed that story from that song that she heard. She flipped it around and created a new story. And I want to share with you guys how this way of thinking, this is what's happening quite a bit in the Rosey Life community. And of course, I'm noticing, because the focus on what we talk about in these videos on YouTube and the lives that I do every week in that course is all about focusing on coming home, bringing it in, making this an internal thing. That is nothing out here that it's like we need to get out of this external thinking, right, and put it all internal, because that is where all your power is. So the power is one, the source is one, the cause is one, love is one. Everything comes back to you, to being the solution. So stick with me, because I want to share with you a couple things that were so powerful that I want to share with you from A Course in Miracles specifically, and it talking about this very thing and how you just don't have to have 100% degree confidence, belief, faith, and it says specifically you just have to be willing. That's it. Just be willing. And I want to share with you what that means, what it looks like, and what it is that you can quote unquote be doing, okay, in this process of focusing on the one internally. But before we get started, welcome. My name is Rose, and welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you can live a life that you love. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can go to TheRoseyLife.com. The information is below. Or you can join us, the Rosey Life course and community, where it is now, it's growing, you guys. The group is growing and the course is growing. I just went through and revamped all 12 courses and I will continue to do that as I level up, as I see everyone what their needs are, where they need more clarification on things to focus more. And so when you join, it is just a yearly membership. You just pay one time for the year, and that is it. Okay, so if you're interested, go to RoseyLife.com and you can read all the information and details about all of that there. All right, so also the Chicago Rosey Life Retreat, almost forgot to mention that, is March 6th. If you're interested in that, you have to email me directly about that, rose@roseylife.com, and I'll send you the information for that. That is not on my website, so you just have to email me and I'll send you all the details and information about that. Okay, so now I just love that post that one of the members created about that Anti-Hero song. And she's like, the words weren't sitting right. You guys, when you feel that, when you feel like you're humming along or you're hearing people talking or your family, your friends or something on TV, and something just doesn't feel right, listen to that, because that is actually nudging you, telling you, you're like, this isn't true. I don't feel right because it's not true. It's not, I don't feel right and that's why I have to move away from it. No, I don't feel right, so the thoughts and feelings that I'm thinking are not loving. They're not true. But what people do is they tend to think that those thoughts and feelings are real because they think that that is a guide for what you should be doing next. Those feelings are literally telling you that this is not true. What you're feeling, what you're thinking is not true. And what is true is love. And that's pretty much the whole premise. If you wanted to sum up A Course in Miracles, that's what they do. That's what all the teachers do. They teach us to recognize between love and fear. And I wanted to share with you a couple of things that from the Course in Miracles. And one of them is in the lesson that I was reading. It's lesson 65 for those of you who want to know. But it talks about my only function is the one God gave me. So what is the function? The function is salvation, right? That through your salvation that is your only function. And I want to really get into this because this is going to make a lot of sense about how it applies to your personal manifestations, okay? So your only function, remember, is that of with God. That's it. So everything else, even everything that you want to manifest, your special person, the money, everything, it's all an attempt to bring you back to your function. It's all teaching us a lesson of love, right? Every one of us is learning lessons of love, and those are all in an effort to remember who you are. So I love this bit in here because it says you want to tell yourself, it says this thought, whatever, like throughout the day, the lesson for this in this chapter, it says throughout the day, you want to tell yourself, anytime you have any thoughts, right, that are unloving, okay, or any feelings, I would add in there too. You said, you tell yourself, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. I'll say that again. This thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. Remember what our only function is: salvation, right? And I want to get into this, what salvation looks like. But I want to also add into this too, that all we have to do when we're just thinking about that phrase, right? We're just throughout the day reminding ourselves, oh, these thoughts are preventing me from my only function, which is my truth that I am, right? So it says you don't even have to force yourself to believe what you're saying. It just says be willing. Being willing to have your illusions of purpose be replaced by truth. And it just says be willing to have your illusions, meaning all these thoughts, these negative thoughts, these I can't have it, I'm not really God, am I being delusional? All of those thoughts. Be willing to have all of those beliefs, assumptions, and thoughts be replaced by the only truth, that you are awareness. And I love that because to me, it really shows that we don't have to walk around having this 100% unwavering faith and belief, and that we just have to, like it says, be willing to have the truth replace all of these beliefs. Now, here is my little board. Somebody said to call it Wise Board, and I kind of like it. We'll call it Wise Board for now. The Wise Board is here, or the Wisdom Board. So it says here so remember, I was talking about our only function is salvation. Well, what is salvation? Because I want to get into that. Salvation, right, is awareness of being. It's not salvation like what you hear at church or, in churches, or people talking about it, like on a platform somewhere. No, salvation is you becoming aware, remembering of that, your awareness of being, that you are love, that you are the all. I am the all, right? And everything else is just a choice of beliefs. So all the beliefs, thoughts, feelings, that is not who you are. Those are all choices. Salvation is awareness of being, love, I am the all. And everything else is a choice. So when it says be willing to allow the illusions, all these choices of beliefs, to be replaced by truth, awareness of being, I am. That is what salvation means. Okay, now I love the word be willing because it really kind of softens things up, instead of you're constantly saying that I am, I am perfect, or I am good enough, or I am wealthy, or I am healthy, or I am complete. It literally tells you just be willing. You just have to be willing to believe, be willing to say, you know what? What if these thoughts and beliefs that I hold aren't true? What if all of these things, I just made them up? What if I just made up that I have those extra pounds on my body? What if I just made it up? I'm willing to believe that I'm making this up, and that underneath it is my perfect ideal body, or whatever it is that you're manifesting, right? And then the other part that I love, it says to be vigilant, right? And it tells us to be vigilant, not about be vigilant and focusing on what I got to keep focusing and keep my thoughts pure and perfect and on what I want. And if any negative thoughts come in, I have to be vigilant and ignore them. No, it says be vigilant about illusions, about anything that does not bring you back to the truth, salvation, the awareness of being, love, I am. It says be vigilant. So if you have any thoughts that are, if you notice, like, for example, in this lesson, it tells you if you have any thoughts that are just of fear, of doubt, or scared, it says to be vigilant of those thoughts and to tell yourself, oh, those are trying to prevent me from my true function, which is salvation, which is I am. Do you see? I'm just being aware of them, being vigilant, being aware of those thoughts that pop up, any opposing feelings, any opposing thoughts. You become aware of those. Those are trying to prevent you from your function. Do you see? And it's just a lesson, an exercise that it has you do to become aware of what is not true, of what is fear, what is not love. Because your only function, your only purpose is to remember that you are the one. You are the one cause. You are the one power. You are the one love. There is only one cause, one love, one. That's all there is. Just like this member that I mentioned earlier, she realized, she's like, okay, if I'm not the problem, that means I'm the solution. The solution, the cause, the love, do you see, the power. There is no multiple selection of them. What there is a multiple selection of is your beliefs and what you want to assume and what you want to choose from. But the cause, you always want to come back to anything other than me focusing on I am, on that I am the all, I am all power, I am the all-knowing. There is only one source. Anything that is not coming from that is what you want to be vigilant about. You're like, that's not true. That is not true. That is not a truth. That is not who I am. Because that is why those thoughts and those fears and beliefs and feelings come up. Because it's trying to show you that, oh, that's not who I am. That's not true. So you come over back to remembering who you are. You remember my function. What is my function? What is my purpose? For salvation. What is salvation? To be awareness. Is being in my awareness, that my awareness is God, that imagination is reality. Imagination is God. That is, there is only one God, one reality, one salvation, and that is all there is. Salvation is, you can look at it too, is like it's a atonement or salvation from all of your beliefs and crap that you thought was real. It's literally you waking up and saving yourself from thinking that you're small, victimized, little, lack, poor, without struggling. It's salvation from all of these beliefs, all of these thoughts that you thought were real. No. And that is what it tells us to be vigilant about, is looking at what is not love, what is not real, and clinging on to the only truth, the only power, the only way. That is all that our function is that salvation, to wake up from all of these thoughts and belief and remember imagination is reality. In fact, it is the only reality. Everything else is just a dream. And I think I said this on a video like a couple years ago, but I was walking down the street the other day and I remember this song, the row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, right? Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And I'm like, duh. They even knew it. They knew what was up when they wrote that song. It's like, all we got to do is row our boat gently. It doesn't say, like we got to hurry. No, it just says, row your boat gently down the stream. Life is but a dream. It's just like, chill out. Just chill out on the boat. Go down the stream. Go with the flow, right? Life is a dream. We're just here to create whatever we want. It doesn't say you have to try hard and manifest and affirm and write and script and No, it's just like literally, just like gently down the stream. It doesn't say you have to paddle for your life. And if you are in that mode of paddling and trying and forcing and making things happen, and now I got to change, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I got to watch in the video, and I got to read another book, and I got to, right? That's not gentle. Do you see? And this topic has come up several videos because go back to the definition and meaning of love. Love is gentle. Love is kind. Love is not boastful, right? Love is gentle. And when we are imagining things, that is the amount of effort that you are really putting in, which is gentle. What is gentle? A thought. It's not forcing. It's not trying hard. You don't have to make yourself believe anything because you already are everything, right? It's letting go. And that is what being vigilant is letting go of all the thoughts, beliefs, assumptions, and fears and doubts and feelings. You're letting go. You're being vigilant of that which you want to let go of. And you just, when you let go of these beliefs and assumptions, you're just like, no, I don't choose those anymore. As soon as you're aware of what you're doing in your imagination, or you're thinking, or you're assuming, you become aware of these thoughts. By the way, that is letting go. As soon as you become aware of them, that is letting go of them. There's not a process or step that you have to do to make sure that you let go. The moment that you become aware of the BS thought, of the limitation, the belief that you created for yourself, because they're all choices. Nothing is real. The only thing is real is the I am. That is it. Everything else is made up. And the moment you become aware of one, you did let it go. And you cling on to, again, I am awareness. That is who I am, right? And you just have to be willing to see those beliefs and assumptions for what they are. Nothing. Literally, they're nothing. They're meaningless. They're nothing, okay? You see them for what they are. And when you do that, you let it go in that moment. And you don't have to do anything else on top of it to remind yourself to let it go. You don't have to script it that you let it go. You don't have to remind yourself, you don't have to do all these techniques and processes to make sure that you let something go. The moment you see a limitation, call yourself out on it. You're like, that's a limitation. Why would I think that for myself? I don't choose that. Boom, done. You let it go. And then you move on. Even big ones, even about money, you're just like, I'm not limited by money. I don't have to work for money. I don't choose to hold on to that belief anymore. I let that go. I am willing to believe that I am abundant. Do you see? I'm going to come over here into I am the all. I am. I am love. I am everything. My awareness of being is God. The only reality is my imagination. That's it. Do you see? So you keep returning home. You keep coming home. You keep choosing home. You keep choosing home. And where's home? Within. In your divine imagination, like Neville says. That is what God is, our divine imagination. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Your only function, your only purpose in life is this. Isn't that cool? Your real purpose, your only function in this life is salvation, is remembering that your awareness of being is God, that you are I am, that you are the all, the one, and everything else doesn't matter. So just like this other member in the community, how she went from believing that she was a problem, she was like, what? I'm the solution. And everything just started unfolding for her just like that. All right, my loves, I intend that this video helps you and dive deeper and level up higher in your awareness. I'll see you soon. Bye.